And we're live.
We are live. It's good to be back in the fold.
We're back into something. I don't know if a fold is where we're at, but we're somewhere. And it's tasty. Well, it's been damn near a year, and we've had some ups and downs, but we're back.
Yeah, it's been a spell. I've been moving and building a house, so it's been
Yeah,
shut
Casey,
down.
I was gonna say your basement looks vastly different.
It is. It's got a car in it now.
How in the hell did you get a car in your basement?
Osmosis.
Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm. No, so I'm currently in my well-heated floor heat garage. So but we're not changing the name. It's too much work. So
it's the Gasement Boys now.
Yeah. The Jarhead Barrage.
The Barrage Boys. the Barrage guys. But so Casey and I been chatting it up, and as some of you very well may know, one of my favorite holiday Christmas movies is Christmas Vacation. And I said, Case, I had too much nogs of egg, and it's time to strap on the old helmet, or maybe unstrap it in my case, because I usually have my safety helmet on. Thanks, Matt Rife.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Hey, man. Apparently the chicks dig him. I don't see it. He looks different. And then I said, let's recast this thing. Let's do it. Let's rip that Band-Aid off. I hope they never do officially recast it and make a horrible remake, because the nostalgia is perfect the way it is. However,
it's kind of one of those, I guess I wouldn't say on the line of like Back to the Future, but it's one of those that's kind of, yeah, like you said, it's just kind of stapled in pop culture history that you just kind of want to leave it alone,
Yeah. Gary said Scrooged is his film. It's another great one.
Oh yeah.
Great film for sure. Case, what's your all-time go-to Christmas time film?
Holy. Oh, I guess I don't know. I usually don't levitate towards Christmas movies. We did watch Jim Carrey's The Grinch the other night. The daughter wanted to, so
yeah.
And I obviously chuckled at a lot of parts. It's Jim Carrey. How do you,
Sure.
You
think there's a lot of gay bars in Whoville?
I noticed they have key parties.
Oh.
They threw that in the old.
That's in there.
Hey, the mother Andy Hall there.
Die Hard.
Thanks for joining there, sir.
Die Hard.
Yeah, he's a fellow Jarhead too. So.
Oh, I like it. Come to the coast. We'll have a couple drinks. We'll have some laughs.
If you guys remember our little series from not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, we kept iterating Die Hard clips into all the every 12 days of Christmas.
So the joke was supposed to be that last year we were going to just repost the exact same 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah, and then I was in the process of shutting her down and moving, and then that didn't happen. I don't know if I told you this, but the woman who signed the purchase agreement for our house, so like we started moving, we had a lot out in like 2 weeks, including most of the stuff in the basement. Well, she ended up we weren't given definite information, but she either died or was hospitalized.
Like, what is it?
Like literally a week before we were supposed to close.
That sucks.
So there we are sitting with that almost an entirely empty house and no buyer. All our stuff was stored and packed up and in a trailer. I mean, so it's like, huh. And then we didn't end up closing finally till March of this year. So we lived in the holiday, but basically we were just eating in the living room all the time. We didn't have a dining room table. We didn't have, it was bare bones for about 5 months. So 4 months, but now we're here. So
in your heated garage.
Yes, it's very nice. We've never had one ever, and it's great. I'm in t-shirt, and it's a nice crisp 63 degrees in here.
Look at that. You're living the heights in Minnesota there.
Yep. But yeah, I guess Hall there is probably more accurate on one I'd gravitate towards is Die Hard, even though Bruce Willis has come out and when he went on his roast that he claimed that it's not a Christmas movie, but
look, Bruce Willis anyway, he doesn't even remember.
Bruce Willis is dead wrong.
Yeah. That seems a little cold-hearted for me to say, but it's a factual thing.
Yeah. But yeah, Christmas Vacation is one too, but we usually, tradition when my grandparents were still alive, we watched that after eating on Thanksgiving. So it was already out of my system before Christmas.
Mm.
It was just a tradition. We just always put in the VHS version of Lampoon's Christmas Vacation after we...
Okay.
We all fell asleep last year. We got to rewind it.
Oh, good time.
Yeah. What about you for like any besides this one?
Other than this one?
Yeah.
There's not any other itch I have to scratch for Christmas. It's this. Once this is out of the way, whatever.
Yeah.
Now the fam, the kids like the Grinch. That seems to be a good staple. Ironically, the Halls and Bass movies are a big hit. So the Rudolph and Heat Miser, Snow Miser, was it The Year Without Santa Claus? Those are
well, they're classics, yeah.
Yeah, those always get a good review here at the Geek Spot house.
And I love those shows. It's just now that it's not like we gravitate towards them, I guess.
Yeah. But not something I think we have to watch. But when we put them on, everybody stops and takes pause to appreciate.
You didn't watch you don't like the sequels to The Thing with Kurt Russell?
The sequels?
There's this stupid viral fan theory that him playing in the Santa Chronicles is
I haven't heard that.
After the last scene in The Thing that he ended up just becoming surrogate Santa Claus.
I like it a lot more now.
He's trying to assimilate to the people, so he became the new Santa Claus.
I dig it. I dig that a lot more. Yeah. We watched Candy Cane Lane this year on Amazon, and I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. With Alan Greer as the pimp Santa Claus.
Who was that?
David Alan Greer.
Oh.
Playing like a pimp version of Santa Claus.
So our buddy here, Hall there, sent me a text message, and it's a picture of a guy checking his vent. And you've probably seen this one. It says on Christmas Eve, don't forget to leave cigarettes, shoes, Twinkies, and a Beretta 9.2 in the ductwork for John McClane.
I have seen that one. That's fantastic.
It's classic. Hall.
It's classic. Well,
yes, let's hash this turkey.
Let's hash this turkey. So Casey and I, we debated it heavily, which is kind of what brought us to bring it to the masses and said, screw it, let's rip the Band-Aid off and just do a live. I took it to some of our fellow Jarheads. I took it to Jay Connor, who had some great input, and to give him some credit where it was due, had some input on the list. I took it to some other people I trust. So there was some input to get my list where it has gotten. And some of you, I flat out hope you choke, not to your death, but
just slightly. Hopefully someone's around to give
her.
I'm
like to scare you a little bit, because I think you're mentally handicapped slightly.
You might not know how to chew solid foods.
Yeah. Because I'm just going to start off. All right. Look, Clark is a very specific type of role, and we have to start there, right? Because that's the frame of the whole film is around Clark. And Chevy Chase is a very specific type of comedian. And I think we can both agree on that, right?
Yep.
How we get to that type of comedian, I think, is where we differ.
Me and you?
Yes. I think we found some common ground after some good conversation, but but
like we were coming up with people that were like middle ground and then a combination of both. And so we're going to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. But I'm just going to put the name that came up the most, and even this week at work, because it was a hot topic and I enjoyed getting people's take. I took it to people at work, and there's some people that I work with that have family members that are ingrained in movie and pop culture. And I have to say, the number one hit everybody gave me was Ryan Reynolds for Clark Griswold.
No.
And those are the people that I don't hope you die, but I hope you choke and take pause and then get your life right, because it is not fucking Ryan Reynolds. Okay.
Reevaluate your life choices.
Yeah. Look, I have great love for Ryan Reynolds, and he is a very funny man, but he is no Clark Griswold. I am sorry.
No.
Gary appreciates that. Now, you can disagree with who Casey and I, we came up with 3 names, and we think all 3 are on the list, and we cannot agree on the order in which they are on the list.
True.
But
well, this start out with yours.
All right.
So
my ultimate pick that I came up with was Mr. Paul Rudd. And as I told Casey, ultimately it came down to that scene when he's stapling the lights, and I could just picture Paul Rudd, that top-down view, looking at him as he's dangling there helplessly, holding on to what little bit of what is that, gutter?
Yeah,
hold him up, and thinking about his role in role models. I think that is the essence that he would bring for Clark.
And then on my take of it, like I agreed. I mean, obviously we both agree that Paul Rudd is a national treasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, in my view is that like Paul Rudd is almost too wholesome. Not like in him as a person, but like everything that we've watched in the last like couple decades, he's always the warm-hearted, fun-loving. You know, you look at like movies like Yes Man, he has one crude scene in the role models, which is the coffee shop scene. And then even in Dinner for Schmucks, he's the fun-loving kind of. There's really not. He's almost forced to be a bad, he's forced to be a bad person in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
He really doesn't want to bring Steve Carell to this Dinner for Schmucks.
That's true.
But so my take on the whole thing was Jason Bateman. Oh, and actually, Hall's guess our third.
We'll get to it. Yeah, but let's talk about Jason Bateman.
So Bateman has more of that dry, where Chevy Chase really shines is that he's got this dry sarcasm to him. And Bateman can hold that face, and just like Chevy Chase is, you watch all the interactions with Chevy Chase and Cousin Eddie, and even other people, the people he works with, that whole kiss my ass, kiss your ass, kiss his ass, kiss your own ass. I mean, Bateman can carry that. I mean, if you look at Horrible Bosses, even though he's the more down to earth and logical of the three, you watch movies like even Identity Thief, and even his small role in the heck was that movie called? Paul? What's the one where Seth Rogen's an alien?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, even his little role in there as an agent, so he can play both of those roles really good. I'll give Paul Rudd credit. I don't know if you've seen the movie Mute. That one with Alexander Skarsgård where he plays a mute Amish guy in the future.
I have not.
It's a very, very Blade Runner type of feel. But
Okay.
Paul Rudd is actually a bad guy in that, and he does a phenomenal job. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. He steals every scene he's in. He's got a big handlebar mustache. It's amazing. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Anybody, go check it out. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good watch. Alexander Skarsgård's never missed, in my opinion. So, but I do like Rudd, obviously. So, but yeah. So, but my choice was Bateman. Both could swing either way. It's
So Bateman was my number 3.
Bateman was your number 3,
right? If I was going to rank them, he was my number 3. Rudd was my number 1.
Yeah, and the more goofy stuff that Clark does, yes, Rudd is probably with the stapling and stuff like that, the more slapstickish. Rudd probably would outshine Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think he's too wholesome and too well liked to be that the more satirical asshole part. I guess this is how pop culture's perceived Rudd in the recent history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what was so do you want to give our other one?
So our mutual number 2, and Tim hit it right on the head, was Mr. Jason Sudeikis.
Well, that's not Tim either. That stands for...
Oh, I'm sorry.
The motherfucking...
Oh, my bad.
In my opinion on that was that Sudeikis, even though aloof, could play the aloof character just fine. Sudeikis is usually on that spectrum of the goof a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So the serious parts where he could pull off, I told you on the phone that one time, I'm like, the windmill scene, mm-hmm. where Eddie breaks the windmill. I can picture Bateman delivering that like perfectly. Sudeikis, yeah, Rudd could pull it off too, you know, delivering that convo between him and Eddie, but the delivery, it just screams Bateman to me, because he's just like staring at nothing. He's got that blank, dry face like Bateman has. And he's like, anything else I can do for you, Eddie? You know, more eggnog, drive you out to the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead. You know, just deliver that just dry as shit, you know?
I could definitely see Sudeikis doing that. But I could see Rudd. I could see Rudd really pulling through in a big way with it and surprising people, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Or when Uncle Lewis is like, if you're not doing anything, can you go get my stogies? You know? And that look, he's just like, really? Yeah, I got nothing else fucking going on. I'll go do that for you, Uncle Lewis.
And he just gets to that breaking point.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so like in all reality, if they were ever to recast this, all three of these guys technically are good choices. They are profound performers. You know, when we get into our other cast choices, we'll bring up a reference point that I picked out from a movie I recently watched that had certain people in it, and their chemistry was just good. But we'll discuss that here in a bit. But if you want to click on it, the mother flipping a-hole there, he was thinking like his role as the dad in the Millers.
Yeah.
And you'd probably be shocked to hear this, Hall. I have not seen that movie. Have you seen that movie?
Absolutely, I've seen that movie. You haven't seen that movie?
I haven't seen that movie.
That movie's worth it. And
that's the one where he hires, isn't Jennifer Aniston a stripper?
I don't know if she's a stripper, but she does a striptease in the movie.
Oh, Hall, confirm that for us. Is she a stripper?
Makes it well worth the watch.
He goes, yep.
All right. And he's a weed dealer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because he convinces her because it's a lot of money or something, and she has
there is money to be had. Yes.
So I know the premise of it. I've never seen it for some reason.
Yeah, well worth the watch for sure.
And for reference too, and for everybody's clarification, I have not seen Ed Helms' version of Vacation because
there's nothing to be seen there.
Yeah, I just don't want to waste that
give
time.
That any more screen time that it already has had. All right, so moving on to the part of
Helen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So my pick was
Catherine Sudeikis.
It was actually Catherine Hahn. So my favorite role that she was in that kind of put her in this light for me was actually from a movie called The Goods, Buy Hard, Sell Hard.
That's a cult classic.
Yeah. But equally, Step Brothers, even Bad Moms, she's hilarious in, but she's more trashy in that role. Whereas in Step Brothers, she's classy, but
yeah, and she did have that role in Wakanda or WandaVision or Wakanda Vision, Wakanda Forever Vision, 2020 Vision.
Ooh.
And I like Catherine Hahn. She's very funny. Like even like in The Goods, yeah, she was very raunchy. But like. Yeah, so I have no problem with Catherine Hahn. The only thing, like I added,
now you had a effing hard on for a different actress.
Well, I wouldn't say a hard on, but I thought to coincide with my choice of Bateman, Tina Fey would play a really good Helen also, and. The reason being I picked that is because of their chemistry on a movie called This Is Where I Leave You. That's F-E-Y.
Yeah. Close enough, all right?
Yeah. But so she was my Helen pick. And this was before we discussed his picks and everything. We were just tossing ideas around.
Yeah.
And that was I idea because of their chemistry on the movie This Is Where I Leave You.
Sure.
And they're siblings in that. They're not married, but still the way they just play off of each other actor-wise, I just thought they were a good duo. So there again, I think either one of them. Gary Busey is Leslie Mann, but
well, here's why I chose not to pick Leslie Mann.
Leslie Jones.
Because This Is 40. And Knocked Up, where she was already cast alongside Paul Rudd. So if I'm going to put Paul Rudd as my lead, I want to leave that as its own entity, right? And there's a rumor, and I don't know if it's true or not, that they're talking about This Is 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
and see, and my thing isn't really about that so much. It's that Leslie Mann, the way she usually is derived, whether it's this 17 again, Knocked Up, the Change Up even, she's usually playing the same assertive, powerful, sometimes whiny wife. Would you agree on that? Like all those, like you look at This Is 40, Knocked Up, 17 again, and the Change Up. She's the assertive one. Like she's like where Helen almost puts like so put his comment up there. They probably would.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. But back to what I was saying. Where Helen's more kind of follows along with what Clark's doing a lot of times. So not that she's a submissive wife, it's just she's kind of, she's okay, Clark. She's kind of just she's there,
Yeah.
Just don't get me wrong. Helen's a prominent character in the, in the series, the whole series of the vacation movies, but it's just that I think Leslie Mann would be too like over the top.
Yeah. And I think ultimately that's why I didn't like Tina Fey as well.
Oh, yeah, but Tina Fey, she can be reserved,
She can be.
And just be snarky, just kind of in the backdrop making snarky comments,
So, Audrey, this was
the people you got for like the younger roles. I have no idea who they are. So
yeah, I didn't think you would. This one actually
Ronald Reagan.
There it is. This one came from Jay Connor. Reagan Revord, who was the big sister from Sheldon.
Oh.
Rovald. I spelled it wrong.
Because if we're technically, we're making, I think I looked it up. If I did the math. So he is currently 80. So 23, 1989.
There she is.
34. So he was 46 when they made Christmas Vacation. Chevy Chase. He is currently 80. I think he was born in like 1943.
And for Russ, again, we need a young man, so I went with Walker Scobell, who may be too old now. He's 14.
Man, you got to make sure you keep him flipped because Audrey's older than Rusty.
Yeah, Audrey is technically older.
So the kid role, yeah, you could kind of,
yeah,
you could toss up to anybody. I mean, you could.
So yeah, and this kid was in the Adam Project. It's kind of where I.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's a little bit older now. But that was only last year, wasn't it? The Adam Project.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he looks a lot
filmed it in
older
20
like right now.
Yeah.
What about that? What about that kid, like that Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Is he like 43 now?
Yeah, something like that. So, all right. So then, the truck drivers. I don't know. You remember the truck driving scene? And I mean, this is like first 10 minutes of the movie, right? They're driving to get the Christmas tree. Clark's fighting with the two hillbillies in the truck. You remember this?
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right. Does our follow-alongs remember this scene? Do I need to pull up a clip?
No, I think everybody remembers because that's where he accidentally drives under the log truck, right?
Yeah. I want to get Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, that would be
Tyler Labine.
Yeah.
To be the two guys in the truck, to reprise their role as Tucker and Dale, even though it's literally, maybe 30 seconds of screen time.
But so are you saying it's a shared universe?
Why not? Let me tell you how much, as a horror fan, I would lose my ever-loving shit to see those two in that shitty old Dodge Ram pickup. Oh my God, that would be perfect, man.
No, I like them too. It's almost like a lot of people might, if you don't know, if you've lived under a rock, but in Deadpool 2, that Matt Damon is one of them fat rednecks.
Exactly.
Sitting on the back of that truck when Cable comes to the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Matt Damon there sitting on the tailgate of that pickup.
I just think this would be just one of those stupid little things, and not everybody would get it, and it would be a throwaway cameo for half the population, but the half that got it, it would mean the world to. And
oh yeah,
so I think that was an easy throw in for me, and I'm going to leave it at that. If you know, you know.
I like it.
And both of our guys love it. So
yeah.
All right, so here is where I'm going to throw everybody a bone. Todd and Margot. All right. So
this one we decided to throw Ryan Reynolds in.
Yeah. So Ryan Reynolds as Todd.
Ryan and his actual wife, Blake Lively.
And his actual wife, Blake Lively.
Shut the hell up, Paul.
As Todd and Margot. That way, whoever our Clark ends up being gets to deliver the line. Where are you going to put that tree, Griswold? Well, bend over, I'll show you. I wasn't talking to you. To Blake Lively in front of her actual husband would be one of the funniest meta jokes in modern, like in cinema history. Like, that would be hilarious to me. And I think right up their comedic style.
Oh,
the way they roast each other on Instagram and Twitter, I think would absolutely fall in line. The other couple that I think would be up for it, and I don't know the guy's name. What's his partner at Wrexingham?
Oh, it'd be the guy from
Always Sunny.
Always Sunny, yeah.
And his wife, Mac, and
yeah, you You could throw a number of people in that role that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But I like to take on the Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively thing.
Especially because Ryan's always in like perfect fucking shape.
Well, yeah, and I mean, they're both beautiful people.
Yeah.
But so like to dress them up to be like that snooty neighbor with the fancy, you know, I don't know, Margot.
Well, where did the water come from, Todd?
I don't know, Margot.
So I just think that would be a great little.
You could just recast the whole thing as not being Todd and Margot, just be Ryan and Blake.
Yeah.
So they just talk to each other like normal.
Absolutely. So then
we got to get to some of the meat potatoes here.
Yeah. Well, how about Mary, the vendor at the shopping mall?
Yeah.
The important part is a bonding moment for Russ and Clark. And look, you got to throw somebody a bone. I personally don't really care for her, but a lot of people asked for her to play Margot. I was like, fine, she can be Mary.
Yep.
So
she can have her 3 minutes of screen time.
Sure.
I mean, it's a classic scene. Everybody remembers the scene, this segment, but but I'm not a big fan of Gal Gadot either, but I'm not saying she's a bad person or a bad actor. She just, I don't know. Oh, and here's another one for you, Hall. I have not seen any of the Wonder Woman movies either. The only thing I really know her for is from the Fast franchise, which whatever you want to take that for, but
did I know she was?
She was in the Death on the Nile too.
Yeah.
But she wasn't really. They put her at the forefront of the poster, but even though she's the quote unquote victim, you really go watch that movie for what's his name? Hercule de whatever,
Hercule Poirot.
Poirot, there, yeah.
I actually didn't mind her in Red Notice. I thought she was actually decent in that one, but that was the quartet, the tritet. What is that called?
Trifecta.
The trombone.
Are you talking about the first one, Hall, with the what's her name back in like the early 90s?
No. The 1900s?
With like, what's her name in it?
Linda Carter.
He goes, I guess there's only two. Yeah, there is only two. Yeah, Linda Carter, that's who it was.
Wonder Woman! All right. Clark's mom. So this is where the lists really start to get away. So I said Mary Steenburgen.
No, I agreed with you on that.
Yeah. But
Ted Danson.
Ooh, watch out. Mostly because in Step Brothers, I thought she was a stone cold fox, man.
Yeah, I mean, but that's really not what Clark's mom was.
I don't care.
Okay.
Calm down.
She has aged like fine wine. I mean, I thought she looked old enough back in Back to the Future Part 3. I mean, holy shit. She's also in Four Christmases, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Four Christmas, the Proposal. Yeah, she was Ryan Reynolds' mom. Yep.
There you go. So then for Clark's dad.
Yeah, this is where we had an issue. So.
Well.
No, go ahead. Put them up.
Mr. George Clooney.
And I said, I was like, you realize that him and Paul Rudd are only 8 years apart in real life.
Yeah, but they look vastly.
Oh, they do, but George Clooney's had gray hair since Chicago Hope days, so he's always looked old. So I mean, so then I was like, well, my thing is that even if you wanted to have a foxy Clark mom with Mary Steenburgen, I said you should go because just how Clark is kind of aloof, he picks that up from somewhere, and that's his dad. In the, his dad was kind of aloof in the original too.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggested John Lithgow. Steve Martin's not a bad choice too, but Steve Martin's is kind of annoying to me. So bam. So I thought, because Lithgow, for one, he was in Daddy's Home too. I haven't seen it, but there again, John Lithgow is a perfect father to Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
So I just took the context of even looking at the two of them, and I'm like, okay, he would be a good father to a Paul Rudd,
sure,
or a Jason Sudeikis.
I can see it.
And then the age makes sense because and
he's 80.
Even though Mary Steenburgen is, so he's technically the same age as Chevy Chase is now. So they're actually, but no, I think he would play good off of Paul Rudd or Sudeikis. So, but
well, that's a good change. I could live with this.
Yeah, I think Clooney's just way too charismatic. Oh, Richard Jenkins.
Well, there you go. Too, John Cleese would be a good add-in to keep the lampoon.
Yeah, John Cleese would be. He's not too old yet. And
how old is he?
I like the Richard Jenkins too.
84.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
Let's look up.
He looks like he could be Paul Rudd's dad.
Old Tricky Dick. 76.
Oh yeah, and Jenkins, he's good too. Yeah.
All right.
So there are good. Them are to both Gary and Hall there. Yeah, they're both. Those are both really good picks too. Steve Martin, he can go. Fuck, he's doing too much stage shit with what's his name?
Martin Short.
Yeah, I knew it was Martin.
So Helen's mom. We said, and I think we both agreed, Jane Seymour.
So you're gonna have two gilfs in the same movie.
Yeah.
And we both agreed on the Jane Seymour thing.
And honestly, we said you could flip flop the mom either way, right?
Yeah.
Because both make sense, really either way.
But now Methuselah here,
Dr. Quinn.
No, you.
Oh,
I'm gonna move because we both agree on Jane Seymour. Fine, smoke show, whatever. But so we move right into her dad.
Well, I got a backstory for this one.
You got to explain yourself first.
Well, no, I'll put it in.
And I was like, eat shit. We're not doing that. Ray Romano belongs in Ice Age, and everybody loves Raymond, and that's it.
Oh no, because Janie went and got herself a cub.
Yeah, she did.
That's stepdaddy, and that's how we blame that one away. But
what year was he born? Does it
57.
say? Holy shit!
But
57 or 6? Oh, 57. Yeah.
Yeah, but so the thought behind it was the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond was the mom in the movie.
Yeah.
So how great would it be if he could, kind of step in and be the dad?
And then I was like, you're gonna have to squash that nostalgia, fucking.
Yeah.
But so then I suggested, I was like, so in the original, Helen's dad is kind of stern and there's like this resentment, you kind of underline resentment towards Clark. So I'm like, I said, if you're gonna go with to make up the age difference, I said, you go with Craig T. Nelson.
Coach.
Yeah. Which he played a good hard ass in bringing up again The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds. And so I think he would be a good counter to Lithgow or Gary says Ray Romano never. My thoughts exactly, Gary. But yeah, Coach would be a good counter to Lithgow or
there we go.
Jenkins is, kind of loof or loaf, But then we started thinking even deeper, and we were like, Jane Seymour's been espoused to another individual that would be a good hard ass / a Mr. Christopher Walken. Which then would also explain why Catherine Hahn looks the way she does.
Yep. And is 80. So that would work.
Yeah, so that would work. That would work.
Although, as we get closer to our later issue that we found, that might be a better later fix.
To have Christopher Walken?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right, so the one absolute unanimous decision that we came to, the hands down unanimous. And if you don't agree with us, I hope you stub your toe.
If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Adam Driver is absolutely going to be in this movie, and he is absolutely going to be Cousin Eddie.
There's no doubt in either one of our minds, from his Saturday Night Live skits to Logan Lucky to
the Black Klansman.
The Black Klansman, which that was more of a serious role, but he played it really good. Adam Driver is just phenomenal. Take away the Kyle Ren shit, and Adam Driver is. Oh, and I just watched the other night White Noise, and even though that's a kind of a weird offshoot movie, it's very I Heart Huckabee feel.
I love that movie.
I love that movie too, but now we're talking about someone trying to make something in 2023.
Dead Don't Die.
I haven't seen that one yet. But Black Klansman, I mean, even though it was kind of a generic action sci-fi, 65 was all right.
That was horrid. What are you talking about?
I said it was all right. I didn't say it was going to win any fucking Oscars.
There's your Cousin Eddie, though.
But you picture that guy with that Ruski hat, wearing a robe, drinking a beer, in his shitter's full.
Oh, my God.
And then also later on in the movie, when they're all eating, he has this tight.
Look at that face. You just want to punch that fucking face already.
He has that tight turtleneck on with that stupid sweater.
Corduroy pants on.
Yeah, a little tree water never hurt.
Snots. You go get Uncle Clark a phone.
So Adam Driver, unanimous across the board for Eddie. Yeah. Yep. And there again, that was another reason why I had Bateman involved, because they'll go back into that windmill scene where he breaks that little wood windmill. And I didn't want to spoil when we were talking about but Bateman delivering that with Adam Driver standing next to him. Because they were both, again, in This Is Where I Leave You, they were brothers in that movie. And they played off of each other phenomenally in that movie. It's more of a drama, but it's very... very, it had its comedic moments and stuff, obviously, too. But I mean, you got Bateman and Tina Fey, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Hall, on this one. You've had some good ones so far, but Sandberg, I don't know. Sandberg's not. I don't think he's mature enough. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that different kind of comedy.
Yeah. I like Andy Samberg. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. He's got a place in comedic presence. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Everything he's done with what's the group?
Lonely Island.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything they've done, everything he's done in Saturday Night Live. But yeah, no. I just don't think. And then Charlie Day's too whiny. Eddie's kind of a man's man in a way. Well, that's just because you've never seen anything else with Adam Driver. And pin his comment up there. You got to watch all these other movies we're talking about, Hall.
And watch his SNL skits.
Oh yeah, Google the Adam Driver New Hampshire one. Not you. I'm talking to Hall, but watch the New Hampshire one. Or no, Vermont. It's called Vermont.
Yeah. Or even the
one. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Yeah, where he's playing the piano and he's like, what did he say? Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is for you to kill all those couples that pull pranks on each other. Yeah. I mean, we don't want those people.
But also check out Logan Lucky.
Yeah.
I did watch The Report. He was really good in The Report. That's more of a drama / spy thriller type of thing, or kind of government corruption thriller, I guess you could call it. But Ed O'Neill's too old. if we got Bateman and Sudeikis as Clark, you got to have someone in that same kind of age group.
And Charlie Day's great, but like you never go full retard. Charlie Day drinks paint, okay?
You never go full retard. We didn't want a ping pong competition. I just recently watched it again. Oh my God. I remember when I first watched that movie, I was like, this is horrible. And then it became like embedded in my persona.
Oh yeah.
And now oh my God, there's so many things in that movie I just laugh my ass off at.
I've been dying looking at the recasting of Kang in the Marvel Universe.
What are all the speculation they're going to do Denzel?
What? No, it's going to be Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, and they do that where they showed it with him sitting on there, and it's like it cuts to Boseman as Black Panther, and he goes, "Get this man a role." Instead of a shield, he's like, and there's Robert Downey Jr. playing blackface.
Oh my God! All right, so there's our cousin Eddie, unequivocally, unapologetically.
And if you have seen Logan Lucky, his sister in that movie, I can't remember what her name is, but I think she could pull off his wife.
I'm your sister. No. We need this smoke show.
Yeah, she's got it too, but she'd be. I mean, what? She's 42 years old.
40.
Oh, yeah, that's only 2 years apart. No, she's good. She's in My Name is Earl. 4 Christmases. I can't remember her in Hell or High Water.
Was she the wife?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, and that diner lady stole the whole show. So,
yeah. Don't you want?
Either you don't want the corn on the cob, or you don't want the green beans.
Look, I've worked here 40 years.
We ain't got no damn trout.
Some asshole that ordered the trout.
Some asshole from New York.
She did kill that whole damn movie.
He's like, well, I guess nobody's going to rob this place.
Was it Ben Foster? Ben Foster was the second best part of the whole damn movie, too.
Oh, yeah. He plays a good whatever. I mean, 30 Days a Night, 310 to Yuma. He plays a very good troubled individual.
Was Chris Pine. Did a damn fine job in that movie.
Yeah.
Not that he's a bad actor ever, really, but
he kind of got typecast there for a while. Well, which is weird because he started out like the first role I ever seen him in was Smoking Aces, and you didn't even recognize him.
Yeah. But against Jeff Bridges and Ben Foster, he really held his own.
Oh, yeah.
This guy killed me. Sitting next to Jeff Bridges the whole damn time making Mexican jokes.
Yeah.
But
you gotta look up Logan Lucky. We gotta find that girl's name there.
Oh yeah, I got distracted by Hell or High Water. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Logan Lucky right here. Yep.
Riley Cano.
Yeah. But she could pull off a.
What was that?
Trashy cousin Eddie wife. You could do Katie Holmes. I mean, technically, as much screen time as she has, as you could. I mean, you could cast her with almost anything. You could put, as much as I would hate to say this, you could put Melissa McCarthy on there even.
I mean, I guess you could.
I mean, I said I hated to say it. Yeah, but see, you're looking at stuff from back in My Name Is Earl days. She was a.
Oh, there, yeah. I mean, she's
been stopping way too many times at the Cheesecake Factory in the last couple of years.
Look, times are hard all over.
Well, she was in My Name Is Earl because she was the bum cake.
I don't know what that means.
So she was the wife of the guy that he caused break his arm. He was the stuntman. It was David Arquette.
You keep
and then they started having an affair and kept getting him laid up. That was what he had to cross off the list.
Flip the tube.
Because he kept getting David Arquette injured so he could keep having an affair with his wife, who was Katie Mixon. And then when he went to go make it up to her or to him, yeah, she was heavier, ballooned out. So he was like, "Oh, what happened?"
Jesus. She's my pick.
No, she'd be good too.
Yeah.
The rest of the cast is just kind of whatever. I mean, it's.
Well, you gotta cast a Rocky. It was hard to find like a white trashy kid. Well, that's.
Do you think by the time any of this would happen that Kevin Spacey would be done with all his shit?
So this one, I picked the kid that was in that movie Sweet Tooth.
Oh yeah.
Just because he looked like maybe he could cross his eyes. For Rocky, and then Ruby Sue. I did Violet McGraw.
Oh yeah, she's the girl from Megan.
Yeah.
I thought she looked familiar. She's in something else though too.
All right. So where I hit a crossroad was Aunt Bethany, because my pick died.
He wasn't aware.
I said Cloris Leachman, but
she died back in 2021.
Yep. So my pick died.
Yep.
And rest in peace, Cloris Leachman. You were a babe.
Back in her day, yeah, she was pretty good looking.
What are you talking about, dude? She was still a babe in Raising Hope.
You're just talking about Beer Fest. Wasn't she the?
Yeah, she was the. You gotta warm them up.
That's your only damn reference.
No,
slapping around the spot.
She was in Raising Hope, and she was great in it.
I've never seen that.
But
since she was dead, I was like, well, we started looking back at the ages of some of these certain actors that were playing these people that were older. And so we come across, I was like, how about Rhea Perlman? For one, she looks like Aunt Bethany. She got the curly hair and everything. I could picture her wrapping up a cat.
She looks like she smells like cats.
In Jell-O. But now, so was she? Yeah. So And then to coincide with that, because we move right into Uncle Lewis.
Well, right. So to
MJ,
go with Rhea, you got to go Danny. Right? That's what we said.
And I think he'd be, since they're actually married in real life, so there we'd have another couple.
Because I'm the trash man.
Yeah.
But my initial pick, if I was going to go with Cloris, was, who did he say? Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
How old is Jamie Lee?
Yeah, you can't pick Ellen Burstyn either because she's the same age as. She's got to be close to the same age as Jane Seymour. Oh, that Ellen. No, I was thinking of someone else.
She's the right age.
She's old. Yeah, she's. But so when we look back to Gary here in Hall, yeah, he's 98 years old. But what's funny is when we look back and we calculated the ages of the guys that played Uncle Lewis to begin with, he was actually only, what was it, 63?
60. I thought 67.
67 when he played Uncle Lewis. So like I'm like, okay, so we got these other, but like obviously there's prosthetics and stuff. I mean, yes, look at Dick Van Dyke though. Jeepers cripes, you don't want to put him through that shit. Uncle Lewis has got a lot of parts in this movie. It's not like just sitting there and you decorate him with some fucking garland and leave him sit in a chair. Lewis has got a lot of parts.
Well, you get him. Look.
Well, you get him all liquored up.
Give him some fucking. Give him some go-go juice. Have him deliver the lines, and then you put somebody in a suit to get tackled by Clark when he's on fire.
you just get random shots of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Oh, Dick's fighting off again. Give him another shot of adrenaline.
Look, they drug him out for Mary Poppins Returns. He got this, man. He's got this.
Oh, well, shit. Sign him up then.
Look, Dick's a showman, all right?
The only thing I have a problem with Danny DeVito is he's too Brooklyn or too New York.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying.
For him trying to bring those lines of the blessing.
The blessing.
Like I just don't see Danny DeVito, even though he played the Penguin. I mean, he could bring back the Penguin type because he didn't really have a.
And that's what I was saying. So you said Christopher Walken, but he's 80. So if we're 80, we would really have to squeeze.
Yeah, he did. Walken would be a good Uncle Lewis.
And that's exactly what I was getting at.
I mean, you'd have to get him into the role. You'd have to coax him.
Yeah. We'd age him up a bit. There you go. There's a great.
No, I mean, you just have to make him look a little goofy because he's got to have a toupee.
Yeah.
Just stupid shit like that. But no, Walken would be fine too.
I think that's the route we end up going.
Is who Ellen and.
Sure.
Ellen and Walken?
Sure, why not?
Well, she's about 10 years older than him, but
she was in Exorcist the Believer.
Yeah. Was it good though? She claims she meets a demon she's never met before. I mean, it's ridiculous.
All right, so a couple other little call outs I wanted to do. We had the guy that delivers Clark's bonus check at the end there.
Well, his boss. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I know what you're getting at. Okay.
Yeah. The jelly of the month.
Yeah, the guy that brings him the jelly of the month club.
That's the gift that's going to give all year, right?
And we totally agree on this one. So.
And we got to bring out Johnny Galecki to return and just do a little bit right there, right?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. He can just be the delivery guy. Not a heavy lift for him. So this was my.
I got to take a 2-second reprieve here.
What? No, just hold it. We're almost done.
We are?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
okay.
We got Clark's boss and the boss's wife. And this was my concession to you. And I said, if we were going to put Jason in the movie, I think he plays the boss, because I think he could be that asshole for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he could. Yeah.
And then have Tina Fey be the asshole's wife for sure.
I'll do you one better. How about you, since she's really not seen till the end, right? The wife?
Yeah.
I mean, Bateman, I mean, it's not like he looks old, but how old's Juliette Lewis? She's actually younger than Bateman?
Yeah. They were the same class, man. There you go.
Then there's that other nod to Audrey.
So. There you go.
Boom.
She looks great. Look at her.
Oh, of course she's I've always had a soft spot in my heart and a hard part in my pants for Juliette Lewis.
Oh, watch out. But either way, you get Mr. Bateman there to come be the executive producer for the film to make sure we stay on track.
Oh yeah, Juliette Lewis would be good for Eddie's wife too.
Sure.
She's a little bit older than, not too much older, 10 years or so older than the driver, but that don't matter.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I think we could probably give Juliette Lewis a break though from being a redneck wife.
Yeah,
she's played a lot of redneck wives. I mean, you got Natural Born Killers, you got California, you got the other sister. I don't think she was a redneck wife. Nah, she was just retarded. But yes, California with a K.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way. If you haven't ever seen it, Brad Pitt plays a redneck
serial killer.
David Duchovny and his butch wife, they go across doing like a serial killer, writing a book about or something. Put the titty up. When Brad Pitt's trying to find that place.
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
There you go. There's the fan cast. Anything we missed? Any parts?
No.
I think that was the highlights and plus some.
Yeah. I think they would what we picked with there would be
that's a solid movie, man.
Yeah.
They're getting my money.
Yeah, if you put like, even if Bateman wasn't in, you put Bateman in them as like a producer role and stuff like that, and you bring, like, if you got them guys together, like Arnett and Bateman together as producers. Because we did talk about Will Arnett being in a certain part, but we were like Arnett he's a little too over the top. Like he would be another good Clark's boss.
Clark's boss, or the guy that Clark's talking to when the line of guys comes through.
Oh yeah, the guy that's kind of in competition for the promotion or whatever. Yeah.
Again, another bit part just to make sure the right guys are in the room type of thing. But Arnett typically goes over the top.
But yeah, so either one of those roles, I think he'd be fine. The boss or that guy.
Don't get me wrong, I love Arnett in the right roles. Like what was that thing he did last year where it was the unscripted thing and they bring people in?
Batman.
You know what I'm talking about, right? They did it on Netflix. They bring in like Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, because Jason Bateman was on one of them, and I remember you telling me about it.
And it was flipping hilarious, man.
But no, like, he is the voice of the Lego Batman, and
yes, I know.
He's phenomenal.
That's why he does the Lego show on ABC or whatever it is.
And isn't he the voice of the Reese's commercials? Because I think they even make
some car, right? Is it Ram?
Oh no, I don't know, but I think they make fun of him in the podcast.
Yeah, they make fun of him on the podcast
because they're like, look at Arnett over here with his fucking professional recording studio
sound booth, yeah.
Because he's like the spokesman for Reese's.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, don't you? And he's got that Arnett fucking. He is great. I love Arnett, but yeah, but no, I think that's solid. Another one, an alternative pick for Todd and Margot would be Dax and Kristen Bell.
They're wackadoos.
Well, they are, but I think they could still pull off the uppity.
No.
What do you mean they're wackadoos?
They're wackadoos, man. I can't do it. Can't do it with them anymore. I can't do it with them.
You just don't like them, you mean, or what do you?
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I've been hurt.
What was that one they did where they were together and they played boyfriend and girlfriend, but they were running from?
I don't know, their fucking life. They're running from sanity.
Why are they off on like left field or something?
All the time. Do you not?
I guess I'm not following.
Oh my God.
What are you talking about? Like they believe in aliens, or are they drinking from the crystal skull? Or are they on the Aykroyd train?
No, look, I used to be what do they call themselves? Marshmallows, right? What show was she on? What was her show?
That was Dear App. No. It's like Veronica Mars or something.
That's it. Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that show. And I had like, she was in my top 5. I thought she was gorgeous. I was about it, right? She got with Dak, and I was like, all right, whatever. He's good. He's a funny dude. He was on Punk'd, right?
Yeah.
He's a funny guy. And then they get married, and I'm like, oh, good for them. They're a funny couple. Ha, ha, ha. And, like, he's a fucking wackadoo, and now she's a fucking wackadoo, and he does this podcast. Was it Armchair Expert? Where he talks about all his mental health issues. And it's fine. It's fine. I don't fucking care anymore. They're wackadoos. I can't do it with them anymore.
I mean, like, as far off as, like, Randy O'Neill. You go live in a cabin in the Canadian wilderness and
I know
shoot YouTube videos.
I just can't do it with them anymore.
Yeah, but you got to give me some context here. I mean, I know we're going a little off topic here, but you got to give me what do they believe in? I mean, what is the wackadoo thing? Are they just conspiracy nuts, or are they
just all of it? I don't know about it.
You're like, yes, all of the above.
Yeah.
Polar bears breeding with black bears. It's anarchy.
Dogs and cats living together. Pandemonium.
I guess I never knew that about them, but I haven't been following them either.
I always knew she was weird. I guess she has a weird thing about like her hands being wet, so she wears gloves when she gets in the pool. This is
which in then turns gets wet, even from her sweat or
and he was a pretty prolific addict.
Yeah.
Got clean and sober, and I guess he recently relapsed and had a pretty bad experience. But being,
I just thought they were another married couple.
Sure, no, they're just.
I guess I didn't realize they went off the fucking deep end, but
dude, did you know she dips?
No.
Yeah.
Like chew?
Yes. Yes. Snooze.
I think you meant like what the hell's that song when you dip, we dip?
The Tootsie Roll?
It's the Tootsie Roll.
Don't come at me, bitch.
Quick shout out any of the Jarheads watching.
One, Mr. Hall here.
Yeah. Or Watches the Future. Check out, I think it's the same place I got the koozie here. Leatherneck for Life. We're not sponsored by them or anything like that, but that's where I got this one's for Chesty. And then I got the old Iron Sights alumni shirt from Leatherneck for Life. Good company, Veteran. Check them out. We're not sponsored by them.
Nope.
But if you are a Jarhead and like Jarhead shit,
I got my festive shirt from Not Them. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I know. I was watching when we. I have not seen any of those movies yet either.
They are.
I've heard there's something.
There's something. They are something.
But yeah, so we're probably gonna actually start off like this here, back in the game here for a bit with the live feeds, and then it'll just be posted on the YouTube channel until I get a little bit more established here and back into the groove. So then we'll have more visuals and edits and quirky shit. But
I feel like this worked just fine. We shared some.
No, it did. We didn't have rotted, dead air or anything. We kept her flowing. We had good interaction with our audience there, all two of them. Appreciate you being here, Hall and Gary B. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, man.
So, but yeah, till next time, we'll from the
basements.
Yeah, but you usually freak out and say something.
The mutants in the basement. Had to find it in the recesses back there.
There's some
in the fucking brain matter.
Buried deep. Repressed
like that time my daddy hit me.
But yeah, if you guys got any ideas or think about anything like that, if you want us to talk about another movie to recast, or if our idea of recasting a movie in this time and age from like the 80s, 90s, 70s, put it in the comments. We'll definitely look at them. And yeah. MJ, got anything else?
Trying to think of
I'm gonna piss in this empty beer can.
You just try not in it. You're gonna be just
I did.
Hold on. You just feel some dead air.
In further news, I think it's how many days now until Deadpool 3 wraps or comes out? I can't remember. Oh, good, a Giorgio Armani commercial.
Yeah, we keep talking now.
Yeah, but are you able to share this audio?
I don't know. We're gonna try it and see what happens.
I ain't hear nothing. I can't swim, Clark. I know that, Eddie.
That's what she said. Casey's gonna go pee-pee. Right off camera in a beer can.
Death can overcome.
Oh, the Jelly of the Month Club. The whole year. That it is indeed.
I don't know what hurts more, to hold the pee in or cut it off.
Oh, look, there's Ray Romano's mom.
It's actually Ray Barone.
You're Ray Barone.
No, I'm not. Well, hopefully they can hear it. I can't hear it, but for flushing, you gotta.
No sound. Well.
See, you can see Adam Driver sitting over there in that fucking polyester suit.
watched the thing, and they were wearing cue cards around their necks so he could read this rant.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I always thought
that's clever, though.
Improv'd it, and he absolutely did not improv it. They were wearing cue cards, and they did like multi-cuts of it so you could see it.
So I've seen it a million times in their subtitles, so it's no big deal. All of us that have seen it many times, we can damn near recite that scene, but yeah, it's classic.
Got to be a way to share the audio. We'll work on that for next time.
Yep. Well, all right, y'all.
Yep. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
Like I said, shoot us something you want to recast, or even a movie that you just want us to review or talk about. We're open. So
yeah, or
we're here in the basement. Are you the gatekeeper?
Are you the keymaster?
All right, sir. You're the hostess. So
with the mostest. Hey, yeah. What was your favorite movie this year, Case?
That came out in 2023.
Yeah. That was the question.
Right off the top of my head, I'd have to say Guardians 3.
Ooh, that was a good pick. That had some emotional strings attached to it, didn't it?
Yeah, we took the daughter to that on her birthday and saw it in theaters, and yeah, we were.
It was pretty daggone good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good send off. Although at the end credit, though, if you haven't seen it, they say Star-Lord will return.
You really think he will?
Nah. But no, that was a good one. Equalizer 3 wasn't a letdown, so
yeah,
got that going for us.
You know what?
Other than that, I have not yet seen, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. But I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. But it's a Christopher Nolan movie. It's got Cillian Murphy in it, Robert Downey Jr. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. I did watch Tenet for the first time, and I liked it. I thought it is a little mind blowing and twisty and holy shit, what's going on? But again, it's a Christopher Nolan movie. Who knew it was going on in Inception? I mean, really? I mean, did Christopher Nolan even know what was going on? No, he just did action.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't watched the Barbie one yet. But
yeah.
What about you? What was your pick for 2023?
I liked Guardians. You know which one we watched a ton was the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, I heard that was actually pretty good.
We enjoyed it. We watched it quite a few times. Trying to look through, see if there was anything else.
I don't think it was this year, though. Was it this year?
What?
Was Top Gun Maverick this year? That was 2022, wasn't it?
I think it was last year. That was great, though, man.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do.
That's the way to do
legacy reboots.
Mm-hmm. Just the way to do a fucking movie. Period.
Well, yeah, in general. Something we're kind of telegraphed as like when they showed that surveillance from stuff, and it was like, oh yeah, plus they have a F-14 Tomcat. I was like, yeah, he's gonna fly that fucker by the end of the movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When was the Batman?
I think that was last year too, man. That was pretty good too. I did just buy Outlaw Johnny Black, and I am very excited to watch it. Same people that did Black Dynamite.
Oh, okay.
So if you watched and enjoyed Black Dynamite, I think you will enjoy Outlaw Johnny Black. If you have no idea what we're talking about, then.
And if you know the actors from Tenet, And we talked earlier about the Black Klansman.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't had a chance to check out the Black Klansman, it's Adam Driver and is it Isaiah Washington?
Isaiah Washington, I think so. Yep.
Who is Denzel's son?
Yep.
Now he doesn't look like Denzel, but their mannerisms and his voice is very Denzel.
Yep.
So I thoroughly enjoy watching him because he was in Tenet also with Robert Pattinson. Good movie. If you haven't seen The Batman, that's a good movie. It's basically how to properly remake the movie Seven. It's got very good tone, broodiness. It's still got that Batman. More as like a detective type of role instead of the. I mean, he still has his freaking excellent action scenes. The ones they're spaced out, but when you get them, they're very brutal and very, very, very good. So.
All right, quickly, what was your biggest letdown movie of the year?
Shit. I don't know.
Indiana Jones.
I haven't seen that though, but I mean,
it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch it just to say that I watched it, but
Yep.
I heard so and obviously with my take on stuff like that, I can just see shit from a mile away. So I'm like, yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, it's shit. And same, right? Like you saw it coming. You knew it was going to be shit.
It had Disney written on it.
Yeah, basically anything with fucking Disney name on it right now.
Virtue signaling, fucking no. You're gonna just make men be stupid and incompetent just to make your female characters look better instead of being like good story writing, like with our old school strong female characters like Ripley, Sarah Connor. I mean, look at the movie Domino, even like,
or Peppermint.
Oh, Peppermint. I mean, the brave one, wasn't that Jodie Foster?
Yep.
I mean, like, you can write strong female characters without making men look incompetent,
right,
and stupid. So it's like, fuck you, Disney. You fucking cheapers cripes. You could have just let sleeping dogs lie. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas already fucked it up with the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and you just had to ram that stake farther home. You couldn't just let Indiana Jones
just die,
just ride off into the sunset like at the end of The Last Crusade. Fuck, that was a perfect send off to a trilogy.
I wanted The Machine to be better. I really did. As the Burt Kirchner movie or whatever, Kirchner, I don't know how to say his fucking name. The comedian, I'm the Machine.
Oh, the guy that never wears a shirt?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was hoping that would be better.
I just know him from Old Dads was all right if you're looking for a Bill Burr comedy. Even got Bokeem Woodbine in it. Woodbine?
Straight jacket.
Straight jacket saves you that trouble, man.
I don't know why my head goes there every time I think of that clip. Straight jacket saves you that.
Killing Navy SEALs is one thing, but because he's on the Rock.
Yeah.
You know, Sergeant Crisp. Yeah. Sergeant Crisp.
Go to.
Yeah, it just goes to straight jacket.
Yeah. Every time.
And then he grabs a tape or something off of something. He's like, oh, yeah, and he trots up. You don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about the big hit.
The big hit. Yeah, thank you.
With Mark Wahlberg and Lou Diamond Phillips.
Who's the other guy?
Woodbine.
Bokeem Woodbine or whatever his name is.
Woodbine.
Yeah. And who's the other guy?
That was basically it.
There was another like Hispanic fellow, wasn't there?
Yeah, but he was a no-name person.
Oh.
But the guy that plays
Christina Applegate.
What's his name?
Yeah,
Christina Applegate was on. The guy that plays what's his name on the Ocean's movie? He was Mark Wahlberg's father-in-law. The guy that owns the casinos.
Oh, yeah. Saul.
Yeah. Saul's in it. But other than that,
drunk off of vodka or whatever.
Yeah. You shouldn't let Daddy drink.
Oh, I need some Pepto.
Yeah. That's a class too. It's very early
90s.
Mark Wall. Yeah, very early aughts, late 90s. Yeah. The way it's shot and everything. He spins around the floor and he's like shooting people and stuff. It's very John Woo ripoff kind of face-offish. But in the movie, what he's talking about is Bokeem Woodbine's got like he loves jerking off.
Yeah.
And so when what's his name was talking about his problems with his woman, he goes, "Dude, straight jacking would save you all that bullshit."
And they're like walking to a video store and walk past the.
No, he's in his warehouse. Remember, he's got this whole rack full of porn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the scene because then he's on the phone and he's like, "All right, man, I gotta go," and blah blah. And he grabs one off of his shelf. He's like, "Oh yeah," and he just walks over to. He's gonna go put it in. And
you get that like metal thing with the springs. And...
Yeah, he's got the grip master. It is straight jacking. He's before the Hodge twins came out.
Yeah.
Straight
jacking. I thought part of it was he had to return some videotapes or something like that.
No, that was Mark Wahlberg's thing.
Yeah.
Because they kept saying, "It's like you, Mr. Smiley, have."
Yeah, and if you don't return these tapes, I'm gonna kill you.
The last big gunfight between him and Lou Diamond Phillips is in the video store.
Okay.
That he had to return the videotapes to because they kept calling him and blowing him up. Mr. Smiley, you haven't returned your videotapes.
I'm gonna kill you.
Anyway, this is some nerd kid with glasses. Yes.
Yeah. What a stupid movie. We should do that one just for funsies.
It is. I think it has a cult following.
It does. Hey, you know what I'm looking forward to is Fall Guy, Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah. He's a stunt man. Yeah.
But
and it's Emily Blunt, I think, too, isn't it? Yeah.
I think that one looks good. But let's sign off. I think we've worn out our welcome.
Yep.
But
it's been a good little first run back. So
let's do it again very soon.
Oh yeah. Hall, Gary B. See you soon. Stay in touch.
Thanks for hanging out with us, boys.
Yep.
Yep. Sayonara.